Okay, hey, Callie. What do you think about cessationism?
I don't think it's biblical.
Yeah, so what about that part in 1 Corinthians 13 where cessationists say, I guess I'll just read it here. When I was okay, all right. For we know in part and we prophesy in part, but when that which is perfect has come, then that which is in part will be done away. When I was a child, I spoke as a child, I understood as a child, I thought as a child, but when I became a man, I put away childish things. For now we see in a mirror dimly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then I shall know, just as I also am known. And now abide faith, hope, love, these three, but the greatest of these is love. So when it's talking about the perfect, when the perfect has come, and
Doesn't sound like that's talking about the gifts of the Spirit.
oh yeah,
Sounds like that's talking about Jesus coming back.
Jesus coming back. I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, so where else in the Bible would it say that spiritual gifts not all of the spiritual gifts apparently, but just, some of the spiritual gifts have stopped being active in the church? Anywhere in the Bible it says that?
I mean, I haven't found any.
Yeah, me either. How about...
I found a few places in the Bible, though, where it talks about the gifts of the Spirit being pretty active among believers.
Maybe like 1 Corinthians? Also Acts?
That's another biggie. Yeah.
Another biggie, the book of Acts?
Yep.
How about Galatians 3?
What's another one?
How about Hebrews 2?
Why are you asking me this, Heather? It sounds
How about in Acts 2 where it says, we'll just go there. So Callie, would you say that we're living in the end times right now? Not the tribulation era.
Oh,
but,
like, no, I don't.
Not the 7-year tribulation, but the part where we're watching for Jesus and...
Yeah, I think we've been watching for Jesus since he left.
Yeah, okay, so you'd agree that that's the part that we're in?
Yeah.
All right. So how about here when Peter's preaching and he says, right after Pentecost, Acts 2:14, but Peter, standing up with the 11, raised his voice and said to them, Men of Judea and all who dwell in Jerusalem, let this be known to you and heed my words. For these are not drunk, as you suppose. It is only the 3rd hour of the day. But this is what was spoken by the prophet Joel. And it shall come to pass in the last days. Would you say we're doing the last days right now?
I would say that.
Says God, that I will pour out my spirit on all flesh. Your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams. And on my men servants and on my maidservants I will pour out my spirit in those days, and they shall prophesy. I will show signs and wonders in heaven above, and signs in the earth beneath, blood and fire and vapor of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the coming of the great and notable day of the Lord. And it shall come to pass that whosoever calls on the name of the Lord shall be saved.
Sounds pretty straightforward.
Yeah. So would you say that... Whoops, sorry.
Oh, there's plenty of
So would you say that there's any reason to think that stopped happening at the end of the book of Acts?
I don't. I didn't find any.
Okay. And what about the part where it says all flesh? Do you think that means just the apostles?
No, I
No,
don't.
I don't
I think that's broader than that. The word all is really what gives it away there, I think.
As opposed to like a smaller segment?
Like some, yeah.
Okay. A smaller percentage of the church?
Yeah. Like less
Were you
than...
debating with someone, Heather? Were you debating?
This has just nothing to do. We're just wondering, thinking about cessationism. Just thinking about cessationism. So what about... I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay.